night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
That wookie-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo.
What's the deal, y'all? We're Trappers Having AT and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at 10. Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you think you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything we have going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. We need y'all to tap in with the tap in. When you ain't tapped in with that tap in, if you gonna tap in with that tap in, you feel me? Hit that notification bell. Hit all say tapped in for the latest and the greatest of what we have going on. And I would love for y'all to become part of this Trap News Network family. Hit me up on Instagram. TRAPNEWSNETWORX. Trap News Network. Excuse me. My bad. For those of y'all who don't know, man, I've been running non-stop since I've been back home in LA. But we here, man. We give y'all news y'all can use. Knowledge y'all ain't finna get nobody's college. I said I was gonna hit this ground running, and that's exactly what I did, man. I hit this ground running, and I started giving y'all knowledge y'all can't get in college and news y'all can use, man. This new face of LA media is here. We finna jump into this content, man. Let's see what's going on these YouTube streets. Let's get into it. Let's go.
TV. The block TV.
Let's get right to it.
Shit, I'm Hoover, remover.
What?
Hoover, remover.
Hey, bro, watch your mouth.
I used to do it. So I guess he's saying because I figured out by the time when I came home 22 and thought about this shit when I was doing time from 16 to 22 and thought about and looked at what was in front of me. I'm going to tell y'all what scared me the most. When I got a nigga 50 years old with 4 teeth in his mouth sitting in front of me and all his accolades is him showing me his photo album of 12 different prisons he was in. He couldn't show me a house. He had a Cutlass, an old Cadillac, or a Regal, or a lowrider picture. That was his most prized possession. Nigga couldn't show me his house. Nigga couldn't show me a picture in Paris. Nigga couldn't show me nothing in New York and Times Square. Nigga couldn't show me standing on the beach in Miami. Nigga couldn't show me being in Morocco, being in damn Dubai. Nigga couldn't show me none of this shit. And I'm telling myself, hey nigga, you are looking at who you gonna become if you stay in this lane. Now, Munchie, it probably at some point you came in front of some of these same type cats, and you was probably intrigued and influenced by it. Got a bub pop. Bub. Now, you can't get that back. You gave it to the game, so now, because all you know comes from your experiences of what you was able to see, is that you can't relate to nothing else. I get it. Unfortunately, old Wack 100, man, listen. I didn't see, been a part of, been around, nigga. I didn't traveled, I didn't lived, I didn't negotiated, I didn't did business, still negotiating, still doing business, still got the ladder to climb. Nigga, you ask me, I'm 30% of where I gotta go. Now, I got tired last night, didn't feel like driving, 20 minutes, so I went and checked into a Beverly Hills hotel, said,
Hello.
right? I'm sitting here now, right? I mean, no, I ain't going to the Snooty Fox. No, I'm not going to the Marriott on the block. That's just not what I'm doing. Baby, when I pull in the valet, did the man not know my name? Mr. Jones, glad to have you back.
I know that's right, nigga.
Now, I'm going to ask you, Munchie B, how many...
Did anyone notice when he said, did they not know my name, babe? There was no voice or R&B, was it? There was no R&B. How come we didn't hear the voice of R&B? When you said, baby, the man not know my name? How come we ain't hear R&B? Let us know something. Why we didn't hear R&B? And then you got to do in the background. That's right. So you champion a man with an imaginary woman in the room? I mean, R&B is real. She's just not really there. So that's what you're championing? Man. The amount of meat eating got to stop, bro. The amount of smell meat munching got to stop. Stop. We didn't even hear this woman. Honey, didn't the lady, didn't do blah, blah, blah. We don't even hear nobody, bro.
Baby, when I pull in the valet, did the man not know my name? Mr. Jones, glad to have you back.
I know that's right, nigga.
Now, I'm going to ask you, Munchie B, how many of these valets outside of the box? And how many stay? Every state we walk in, what they do, baby?
It's the Wack 100.
Every state, I don't give a what it is. You know what brings that on? Being a repetitive customer or being somebody or a face. Mr. Wack 100, glad to have you back. Mr. Jones, glad to have you back. Shit, we went to Prime 112, the steakhouse. The police in front of the steakhouse. What'd he say to you? Where you know me from?
He made you.
That's the nigga that tased me when I knock stitches out.
Wow.
We walk out of Prime 112, he said, oh, shit.
I don't know what type of day. I don't know when he was on. I tased him a couple times.
And he
got right back up.
And he got up. Now, I'm known for all kind of reasons. Nigga, don't be mad at me. We was in a little surfboard store, skateboard store. We was in Zoomies. Walk in. Can Wack, man. I watch you on Adam 22. R&B, that's her. It's just YouTube. And hey, listen, Munchie, I'm sorry. And on some real, bro. Hey, look, man, it come a time where you really wanna elevate your game, right? Hey, bro, I'll show you around. I'll show you the way. Man, I'll put you in front of those people that you should be talking to. Cause it got to get irritating hearing gang bang, street slogan, talking about nothing, the weed, the bud, the bitch over here, Natasha and Shaniqua, and I don't know, bro. I'm just being real. Kid, I give you that's a Tom Ford tie, right? I'll be your tour guide. I will verbally give you a visual. Let me take you to the Burj Khalifa or the Eiffel Tower or Versailles, to the Versailles Palace. Let me take you to see Big Ben. I'll give you a description. The London Eye. Let me take you to Moscow. Let me take you a few places to the red light district in Amsterdam.
It's that boss talk, nigga.
Let me take you a few places where you can eat the McDonald's and it tastes like you in steakhouse.
First of all, why are you trying to diddy this man and take him on adventures and dates and all that kind of stuff? That's weird. That's weird. It's weird to me too how you hear R&B's voice on and off and blah blah blah. You ask him for a tie, you don't hear nothing, but then you gotta say 2 or 3 things, and now you probably. But here's the thing too: Wack has somebody on Clubhouse talking like he's there and all that kind of stuff. We know that he'll do all kind of weird stuff. So I don't trust this ninja unless what he's doing on camera. So I'm willing to bet that he got somebody on Clubhouse pretending to be R&B or whatever little weird freaky stuff he got going on. Now you want to take Munchie B to a McDonald's that tastes like a steakhouse. Munchie B don't want to go to your McDonald's tasting steakhouse and all McDonald's steakhouse tasting McDonald's, bro. You weird, bro. Why you trying to take Munchie B on a date? You trying to take him to the Eiffel Tower? What you on, bro? And it was weird when he said they know you when you're a repetitive visitor. Repetitive means annoying and you keep saying the same thing over and over. Return visitor was the word you were looking for, which makes me feel like you're not a return visitor or a reoccurring visitor anywhere because you use the word repetitive. Words are hard. Let's jump back into this content.
This shit is and what this shit ain't. On some real shit. I'll take you, like, nigga. You want to go to China? Nah, you can't go to the bathroom before we leave the hotel, bro. Wow, okay. Hey, Wack, where the bathroom? Right there. Hey, Wack, this ain't no bathroom. What you mean? Ain't no toilet. Well, man, we in China, my nigga. It's a hole in the floor. I told you to go before we left the hotel. Let me take you some places where you can experience some things so you understand different cultures and how shit work and how it don't work. You want to go ride the horses in the river? We can go to Negril, Jamaica right there. It's real quick. Wherever you want to do. But nigga, when it comes down to kicking cat, seeing cool, drinking some coffee with some bookies, driving a battle act, count me the of that conversation. I don't give a. That ain't what I do. That ain't where I'm at. I am who I am. You come playing, you will get played the with. Other than that, listen, little dude. You and all the rest of your little cronies, y'all can sit back, wait for your check for $212 a month. All right? Sit in your own misery and embrace the bullshit that got you off. Or you can learn something. Now from that clip, it's crazy. Because I learned something about Adam. Adam don't know what the is going on. If he don't understand what an active corporation is, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Not the burnt.
He don't. He don't. And I had to tell him, bro, you just opened this shit up 2015. It took you about 2-3 years to get it going. You just start getting money. I'm sorry. I ain't knock you what you do today. But if you don't understand the difference between a nigga having a corporation and a nigga having an active corporation, an entity with employees that's generating income, right? That's a successful business. If you don't know the difference between the two, then you need to go sit down and talk to a few more people because that's crazy. Right? And I hate to say it, but sometimes it sounds like my brother, like when he can't really chime in on certain conversations, he gets a little agitated. You can't tell me to stop telling my story when a motherfucker's asking me about my story.
Right.
You should, motherfuckers say, Wack, so when did you change? When did you realize? When did you get out of the streets? Okay, well, let me tell you when I got out of the streets. Now, Adam, I don't know your story. Maybe your story is different. It came from bike riding the BMXs, and maybe you didn't like that shit, or maybe you was going to outgrow that shit. That's cool. Shit. I didn't like being in the penitentiary and taking count and sitting here thinking about, okay, damn, what residuals come with this? Damn, I gotta stop and get you a smoothie, huh?
I'm fine.
No, you're gonna be in that place for a minute. Damn, what residuals come with this? What medical benefits come with this? Now, I ain't gonna lie, being a gang member, a gang banger, you will travel. but you're gonna travel their way. You're gonna be in shackles. You're gonna start feeling like you're gonna get about 0.01% of what our ancestors felt like. A little bit. You understand what I'm saying? And nigga, you gonna be on a bus ride where it's gonna be super hot or super cold, and where the nigga next to you handcuffed might not ain't showered in a week, or nigga might not have no teeth in his mouth. They gonna give you a sack lunch, nigga.
Bro, Wack 100 has the worst identity crisis, like the absolute worst identity crisis. First it was, I'm super Paru, I'm super banged down, then that's debunked. Now it's, oh, well, keep me out of the big and back being bull conversations. You was the face of the Parus, you was the face of the Bloods. You was saying that you was the biggest, bloodiest blood ever. Now you saying that any conversations about big and back being bull, you can't be a part of because you ain't big this since you was 15 years old. You in your mid 40s. You closer to 50 than you are to 40, and you ain't bigged it in a minute. So I'm not really sure what the whole point of all this is, outside of him trying to, like he always does, change the conversation or change the narrative, or do whatever he has to do to make things seem like they're not what they are. But we could all see what you're doing, big dog. We could all see your flu flammer, your skullduggery, and your larceny. So there's that.
Apple with brown spots and some warm ass milk and some celery sticks. And if you're lucky, you might get 2 hard ass cookies or a stale ass bag of chips. This is a fact. Now, me personally, I don't know. I like to go in first class. I like to go on Emirates. I like to tell them, bring me miso salmon with rice pilaf and some mashed potatoes, and bring me some cranberry juice. This is what I like to tell them. And can you bring me some French rolls? This is how I like to travel and what I like to eat. I mean, listen, bro, I am sorry that I'm not keeping it real by keeping myself in a bad position. I'm sorry. I will never follow that is the leading the Munchie. You will never navigate a nigga like me. You don't come from where I come from. Your gang, you are a failed gang banger. If you ask, the gang banging got you killed, you caught life. Anything happened, you are not ranking amongst those who did it and evaded those situations, who did it and knew what to look for, who did it and who shot first and shot back and kept themselves from getting shot, who did it and they knew how to navigate that gas pedal on that steering wheel to a point where that didn't catch up to their cranium and explode their mind and brain to a point that it popped light bulb.
And who know when to get in and when to get out? Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Shit. Yeah,
Right,
you can't, bro. I got a nigga over, I got a homie, Lil Man 6 Deuce, bro. I talk about him all the time. He had life, 25 to life. He did 28 years. He got out. Lil Man been home now about 8 years. 7, 8 years. Off parole. He got an electrician job building hospitals. This nigga did 27 years in the penitentiary, came home and got medical benefits, dental benefits. He got a 401k. He done brought him a spot, got a car, and got a union job as an electrician. See, now even him, he got himself in some did his time, got out of some came home. Everybody know him.
Hey, yo, premium content, Wack, going in on Munchie B.
Wack is a failed everything. A failed manager, a failed blood, a failed father, a failed husband. He's an overall loser in life. With that being said, if you don't want to be a life loser, pay attention to Rat Run Runner and don't do what he does. We're out here to the next one, kids. Free Avenue Wages, so he's free. Go.